Alright guys, let's take a look at Sui on the channel for the first time since this candle right here on July the 26th. We're talking about almost 4 months ago, guys. And yeah, at that time it was looking like we were going back to all-time highs. And basically that was it, guys. The next candle or two here, you can see it did make some little bit higher high here. But basically since that time it's been in a downtrend, unfortunately. Now, we are down to $1.55. This is below where I bought it way back. I think I bought it somewhere around here, guys, before it went up. So basically I have round tripped this, unfortunately, but I've been staking this like crazy. So yeah, I'm not really worried about it. Now, we do have $1.68 coming up here on a weekly time frame. Keep in mind my green lines are weekly resistances and support. So we have actually managed to take back $1.37. That's a good sign. But yeah, $1.68 is the next area that we need to focus on and overcome. Now, once we get there, the next will be about $1.94 here, and then you have that $2 resistance, and then you have 221. But yeah, we have a lot of resistances to go up before we get to this, all-time high area. I think all-time high was actually back here. Yeah, it was around about $5.40. That was the all-time high. So unfortunately, we do find ourselves at $1.55. But if you missed out on Sui, guys, I would say this is probably a good time to jump in. Now, looking at the volume profile, the point of control is around 65 cents, so we're still well above that. We're about 90 cents above that, and we are above these large volume candles still, so that also is another good sign, guys. You can see this wick basically that we got on October the 10th. This is a weekly time frame. Keep in mind that's why it says October 6th down here, but I believe it was the 10th. We went all the way down to the bottom of the largest volume candlestick and got a huge bounce. Now, we do kind of have a speed bump here coming up, and that will be at about $1.66 or so. Let's just say $1.60, maybe 4 or 5 actually, up to about $1.87. So we're going to have to clear this speed bump here. It's going to be a little bit easier after that to go up, but when we reach about $3.16, all the way up to about, let's say, $3.85, there's going to be another smaller speed bump there. Now, looking at the Bollinger Bands on a weekly time frame here, they are quite wide, so it's not really helping the price action here. Basically, you can see this little squeeze or pinch down here in September of 2024. That led to this massive run. Now, we don't have that here. Also, it was quite narrow down here. We had this little mini run, we can say. So we need to see that at least on the weekly time frame, but we're very far from that. Now, the daily time frame, it is quite narrow, but I would say it's kind of like an intestine. We kind of have a little bit of a pinch back here in the end of October, but nothing major, guys. I can say that pretty much this looks like an intestine all the way through. We don't really have much pinching, and we're pretty much running parallel right now with the Bollinger Bands on a daily time frame. Now, looking at the stochastic and the RSI, it looks very good here. Stochastic has just crossed the red line to the upside. It's oversold, and the RSI is headed up pretty heavily, we can say. Still in neutral territory. Didn't get to that oversold territory, but it's fairly low, so that's not bad. Now, the daily time frame, a little bit similar, and the RSI and stochastic are headed up very heavily here, just getting out of the oversold territory. So the weekly and daily look very good. Now, the 4-hour time frame, okay, we have overbought here on stochastic, so that isn't good. The RSI is still in neutral territory and headed up, but again, kind of a mixed signal, not what we want to see. The 1-hour time frame, it's overbought on both the RSI and stochastic. Looks like they are just starting to come down as well on both. Now, the 15-minute time frame, this is interesting. Stochastic here, the blue line has just crossed the red line to the downside after just getting into this neutral area here. So it wants to stay oversold. Now, the RSI here is kind of flirting with being overbought. So again, kind of a mixed signal, although this is just slightly in that neutral territory. It's headed down, so not so good. But the longer term time frames, the weekly and the daily, that's what we're more concerned with on this channel, guys. I'm more concerned with the long term here. I don't care about the short term. I'm worried about the long term game here. So yeah, let's put this on the 4-hour time frame and just kind of take another look at it. Now, if I were to guess, guys, I think some of these lower term time frame indicators do need to reset. I do not expect to break $1.68, just without any movement on Bitcoin or Ethereum or some news or something like this. We can still trend up, of course, but probably we'll get resistance right here at $1.68. Now, one more indicator that we need to consider is the MACD. So let's look at this on a weekly time frame first. We do have this light red candle right here, guys. Although we are still trending down here with the blue line and the red line pretty heavily, but we do kind of have a little bit of a tick here. So I do think this is about to roll over, probably going to see a wave like this. And you see when you start to get these lighter colors, that's a good sign. So probably we're going to see a green wave. It's not going to be, immediately, guys. I would say it might even take 3 weeks, 4 weeks more. Could, maybe something like this, as you see here, took about 4 weeks once we got that first light red candle. But yeah, it's just a guess, guys. It can be, it can be even shorter, it can be even longer. But anyways, let's look at this on the daily time frame. This is actually looking pretty good. The blue line is just about to cross the red line here to the upside. We do have a couple of light red candles here, so I do think on the daily time frame, MACD, it's going to look pretty bullish here. But yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer for that weekly time frame, unfortunately. Now, there's a lot of news about Sui, guys. This is a very good project, and the last news that you can see on CoinGecko, Sui leads in stablecoin inflows, not outflows, so that's a very good sign. But yeah, if you go back here on CoinGecko, you can see a lot of news. It's almost every day you have something about Sui here in the news, so I do encourage you to check that out. Now, if we take a look at the tokenomics, Sui is still the number 33 project here. It's up about 12% today. And you can see my average cost, I'm way below, so I am minus about $300, guys. But that's okay. I'm probably not calculating all the staking that I've done and all the free Sui that I have received, actually. But anyways, doesn't really matter. Max supply, guys, 10 billion. Circulating is 3.7 billion or close to that. So they can dilute quite a bit more. So that isn't so good, but let's hope they don't, at least this cycle. And if we go down all-time high, like I said, around $5, 40 is what I said. But here they have $5.35. So you're only about 71% down at the moment, and that was 11 months ago. So this really isn't that bad, guys. A lot of things are still down 80, 90, 95%. And for this to only be down at this point, about 71%, that's good in my opinion. If you picked it up 2 years ago at the all-time low at about 36 cents, though, you're still up about 324%. So not bad. Very good pickup there if you did and you held and you were strong, So yeah, I do applaud those. Now, jumping over to Bitcoin here, you can see we did have this trend line that goes back to the 11th of November. This is the 4-hour time frame, by the way. We did kind of have a fake out here on the 20th, and we could not hold that. Now, we worked our way all the way down to about $80,500, and so far we have popped up about $8,200 since that point. Now, it's been a very gradual climb here, as you can see, but we are holding this trend line, so I'm going to leave this trend line here just to see if we can hold that. Next resistance is almost at $90,000 here. Now, one thing I need to do, guys, is warn you that we do have a CME gap to the downside. Now, this is only about a $600 gap. It was actually much wider earlier today. It was over like $1,200 or $1,300. It did come down, and now we only have about a $600 gap. So is this gap significant enough to pull us back down? We will see, guys. I mean, it just depends, but it may not get filled right now. We may go to $150,000 now. Now, I'm just saying that it doesn't have to just get filled right now. It can get filled in a half year or a year, guys, in the bear market. But eventually it probably will get filled. So keep that in mind. you know, even if it's an insignificant gap of about $70 like we have seen before on the channel, they tend to get filled. So this is the most immediate CME gap to the downside, and I am not aware of any gaps to the upside right now. I don't think there are. But yeah, this is a gap that I do need to warn you about. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. Also, if you're looking for MEXC, there's a free 7-day trial right here with this link. And if you're looking for a cold wallet that is about to start airdropping within the wallet, you can go to CypherRock X1 with this link and get 17% off your order today. And you can follow me on X here. Now, the total market cap is just above $3 trillion. As you see it here, we do have some resistances ahead here. We also have this long-term trend line. This goes back years, guys. I would zoom out, but it just takes time. But yeah, just trust me, this goes back years. So once we get above these two weekly resistances, we do have this trend line. And we also have this trend line, which goes back to about beginning of October. That's been holding us down. So in this area, guys, we do have a lot of resistance coming up. And it's very similar here with the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. We've gotten a rejection at 1.25 trillion today. And then we do have this trend line that goes back to the beginning of October as well. Now, as for the Bitcoin dominance, we are still on track for a head and shoulders here. Do keep in mind we have to break this neckline here. This is the red line. This is just an approximate line though, guys. Now, we do have the shoulder here. We have the head here. And we are still in the forming of this shoulder here on the right side. So we do have a nice red candle today. So we are working our way down. And yeah, we do have support at 58.61% and then 58.12%. After we lose these two supports, guys, I do think it's going to break through this neckline very quickly. And then you have the next support down here at 56.77. Now, the target of the head and shoulders would almost bring you down to the territory where we really need to head for altcoins. Now, that is anywhere between about, let's say, 39.5% up to about 48%. And that's the zone where you're going to see altcoins go crazy. Now, as for the USDT dominance here on a monthly time frame, you can see that this candle is pulling back, so it still has about 6 days and 2 hours. But I do feel within that time, people are going to be putting their money back into crypto, and this trend line will remain, you know, unbroken. So, really good sign here, in my opinion. We still have plenty of time, and it's working its way down. Altcoin season index is trending down a little bit. Kind of interesting though, because I've seen a lot of altcoins go up today. So I do think this will go up tomorrow. Now, liquidation heat map in the last 24 hours, $365 million have been wrecked. Fear and greed is up at a 19 now. So yesterday was extreme fear also in, you know, at 13. It did come up 6 points. Next update though in about 2 hours. Also, the bull market peak indicators, sell at the top indicators, still 0 from 30 have been hit. This is coming up very slowly though. I think at the bottom I saw about a 41, and it's still 100% hold. And the Pi cycle top indicator still 42.25%, and this is what 42.25% looks like. Now, because of Thanksgiving this week, we do have a lot of economic data in the next couple of days. So tomorrow we do have PPI. We have retail sales. We also have HPI, industrial production, consumer confidence. So we got a lot going on tomorrow. And so yeah, keep that in mind. It'll probably be very volatile. MEXC is showing the sentiment is still risk off, but that trend is fading. Today was actually a very good day. And the week just started also, so everything across the board is green once again. Now, if we go to FedWatch Tools, it's a 79% chance that we're going to get that quarter point cut now. And if we go to Polymarket, the odds are, you know, pretty similar. So 81% chance, though, that we're going to get at least a quarter point cut. Now, Trueflation has gone down a little bit. You can see 2.37% here. Crypto bubbles looking pretty good today. Last hour is red though, unfortunately. Now, if you want to stake your Sui, go to CoinOndo. There's actually 26 deals here. I have mine in Biconomy, guys, so you can check that out. I do have a link down below. It's not a partner of the channel though. And guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, please check out some of those links that I have down below, guys. I really appreciate for those, who have been using them. Also for the new members. And guys, I really appreciate everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video.